Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Open University.
Hello dear student, have a nice day. Myself Kiran Patel, Assistant Professor in School of Computer Science of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Open University, Ahmedabad, Gujarat. Dear students, we are going to start with the course RDBMS, Relational Database Management System. In today's session, we will learn about the Block-3, Oracle Server and SQL, in which the Unit-1 is a structured query language. This is the 10th part of the Unit-1 in a Block-3. Now we will start with the Block-3. Unit-1 is a structured query language. First we see the agenda of the Unit-1 is a learning objectives and outcomes, introduction, basic data types of SQL, SQL statement, data definition statement, constraint, data manipulation statements, data operators, Oracle built-in function, joins, subquery, views, index and sequences. These all the topics are included in a SQL. After learning all this topic in a Unit-1 Block-3, student will be able to getting the knowledge about the structured query language. In last session, we have been already completed up to the SQL views. Now, today we are going to start with the SQL indexes. Now start with the indexes. What is index? Index are the special lookup table that the database search engine can use to speed up the data retrieval. If we fetch the data speedily, then indexes is used. When the select statement is fired to find for the particular records, the Oracle engine must first find the table on the hard disk. The Oracle engine performs the sequential search to locate the record as a specified in a select. The Oracle engine must search the entire table columns for the particular records. The indexing a table is a way to sort and search the records in the tables. Indexes are essential to improve the speed up which records can be located and retrieved from the table. The index consists of two-dimensional matrices. It is created separate from the table. One column will be held to sorted the data. One column will hold sorted data extracted from the table columns on which the index is created. Another column is called the address field. The defined address field is defined the location of the records in the Oracle database. The address field of the index is called the row ID. Now, when the data is inserted in the table, the Oracle engine automatically insert the data value in a index first column. For every data value, the Oracle engine insert the unique row ID value. The row ID indicates exactly where the record is stored in the table. The row ID column is automatically generated when we create the index on the table. The record in the index are stored in an ascending order of the index column. The Oracle engine uses the index for a search if the index is created on the column which is used in a where clause. If you can retrieve each row's address using reserved word row ID column name. For example, select row ID, roll number from student. Row ID is internally generated and maintain the values. We can not create row ID by own. It is automatically created when the index is created on the table. The row ID is uniquely identifies the records. Now Oracle creates the three types of the indexes. First is the single column indexes, second one is the composite indexes and third one is the unique indexes. First is the single indexes. The index created on a single column of the table is called the single column indexes. The composite indexes means the index created on a more than one column of the table is called the composite indexes. And unique indexes means the indexes that do not allow the duplicate value for the index column. It is used not only for a performance but also for the data integrity. The unique index does not allow any duplicate value to be inserted into the table. It can be created one or a more than one column. So the unique index is created using the keyword unique. So here the first index is based on a single column, the composite index is based on more than one column, and unique index is based on a without duplication. Keyword unique is used. Now how to create the single column indexes? The index created on a one column is called the single column indexes. The syntax is create index, index name on table name in the bracket, then column name. If you want to learn the SQL, then you want to learn this syntaxes. Now create index, index name on table name in the bracket column name and then semicolon. See in the example, create index then index name IDX stood on stood in the bracket roll number. It means the index is created on a student table, stud table, and in which column it is created? Roll number column. The index is created on a roll number column from student table. So write down this command. If we want to create the index on an employee ID in a employee table, then how we can write? Create index then index name. Suppose IDX1 on employee in the bracket employee ID and then bracket over semicolon. So it will create the index on an employee ID in a employee table. If we create the index on a customer ID in a customer table, then create index IDX2 on customer table name in the bracket customer ID and then bracket over and then semicolon. Now how to create the composite index? The index will be created on a more than one column is called the composite index. See the syntax, the minor changes in the syntax. Here the columns, more than one columns. See in the example, create index then index name on stood in the bracket roll number comma name. So the IDX stood1 is the index name and this index is created using combination of both roll number and name from the student table. So this is a one single index, but it use both the columns. We can use more than one column, then it is called the composite index. Suppose in an employee table, we want to create the index on an employee ID and employee name. So how we can write? Create index, index name on employee table name in the bracket employee ID comma employee name in the bracket over and then semicolon. Now how to create the unique index? The unique index is created using the keyword unique. See in the syntax, create unique index then index name on table name then bracket column name and then semicolon. See in the example, create unique then index name on stood in the bracket roll number. It is the same as the previous index, same as single column index, but we use here the keyword unique. So it will create the unique index. And yes, this index includes the unique roll number. It will not include the duplicate roll number in this index. Now drop the index. How to drop the index? If we remove the index on the table, then this command is used. See, in the syntax, drop index and index name. For example, drop index stood index. This index is removed from the table student. Now at the end, thank you all. Here we complete the topic of the SQL indexes from the Unit 1 in a Block 3. Today we have been discussed about the SQL indexes, in which we learn about what is indexes, how to create the different types of the indexes like single column indexes, composite indexes, unique indexes. Unique indexes is not included the duplicate value, but single and composite indexes includes the duplicate value. And also we learn about how to remove the indexes. All we see about the indexes. And yes, row ID is automatically generated when the index is created. Row ID contains the location in which the record is stored. In next session, we will learn about the new topics of the SQL sequences from the Unit 1 in a Block 3. If you understand this session and getting the knowledge from this session, then please subscribe the BAOUGujarat. And once again, thank you all. Thank you guys.
स्वाध्यायः परमः